can see all this damage across here, and that is all the Skullshot. Are we gonna live? Hey, what's up guys? It's Shade. I am back from vacation. It was a good one, but it's time to get back to the grind. And boy, do we have an awesome one for you today. We have the hero we deserved and the hero that we needed. I don't know if you could tell what we're going to be talking about today, but it is the secret Skullshot Tower. Let's see, we don't need that in the way. Damage 750 to 10,500. Now divide by 2 because attack speed only half a second. Range is surprisingly good, and if you know from looking at the Discord, this is a pierce tower. What does that mean? It means that when we shoot, it shoots all the way across the map, which honestly I think it even goes beyond the range of the actual tower itself, which is amazing. We know that the hardest map in the game right now is 6-4, and that's just due to there being a lack of good AoE towers in the game. Now, there is Shadow Fiend, which you saw us beat that map with before, but that's a premium tower that only has 1% chance per premium earn, so that's hard for people to get. This one, you can get, let's pop out back out here, you can get, if you head over here, we're just going to make a short trip, and you're going to be like, well, that's where Boomberry is. Well, this is also where the new map, The Maze, is. And if you take a look over here, it's a 1 in 25 chance to get the shiny version of Skullshot. And he is gruesome looking indeed. Loving the bow. That is awesome. And he uses it well. All right. So we have the new... Well, this is, first off, this is Boombear. This is the Maze, and its difficulty increases. You can see that there, but it's not too bad. We beat that today in the stream. You can take a look here and see that you still get the 10 voodoo tokens at wave 70, and if you use your streak and get your streak up to ×4, I usually use 1 by beating the map 5 times. That will give you a streak to 4. You come over here. They did add the Skullshot earn for getting wave 100. If you get stick around to 125, you get a 10 times as well. So if that's doubled, so that's normally 20, but you would get 40 if you had your streak maxed when you came in here, which it takes, you're like, but Shade, that's a lot of extra waves. I'm like, it actually takes about an hour to get through 150 waves. For that extra premium earns, you could stop at 125 if you wanted to, which would cut this grind down to less than an hour per 40 skulls, which we direly needed to get. If you saw me trying to roll Nightmare on anything, you know we needed this. So this is great. I am super hyped for this. This video is not about the maze though. We will get to that in a separate video. But just how awesome is that, guys? I am super excited for that. But I think the best way to showcase this is probably through 6-4, the hardest map in the game. So let's take him over there and check it out. So 6-4. You're like, well, room 5 is the end boss. Well, room 4 has such AoE potential. That means they spam a bunch of enemies at one time that it is probably the hardest map in the game. Now, I would normally be like, let's see what happens with this tower, but we were playing with it today, and in this gamer's opinion, this thing is OP. So we will pull up a tier list afterwards. We'll show you the tower stats while we're in there, but let's head on in, shall we? We're just going to do difficulty 1. Because that's all we care about, getting you guys past the hardest map in the game. So, room 4. Alright, so this is the one where they all come into this area right here. Now, we tried this twice earlier in stream, and we didn't have enough damage to beat the guy at the end. We actually, the Skullshot held it down, but we didn't really succeed too much in the DPS area. So I'm hoping we're going to be okay. I'm not really sure what we changed that made this different, but I think we'll be okay. Maybe we did set up for him to come in this way. I want you guys to set up to win, not set up to fail. Now, if you fail, it's okay, but like I like when he comes in this way, so I prepared for him to stun my towers up here. If he comes in these side passages, we will probably die, but that's okay. I want you to know that's okay. So just set up so that you're going to win if he comes in a certain way, especially if it's close, and then you can just keep trying till he comes in that way you want, because you really just need to get past this level. That's the most important part, right? All right, so let's put some of these guys over here. Now, we usually would use a Greed Angel because we like to scale hard, but I'm pretty sure we can get by this way, and this is just more single target DPS for us. So let's just leave it like that. think upgrading angels is not the most efficient way to go, so we're gonna drop some of these guys. I'm hoping that we can just get stuns to pop early. I think we died last time because he came in this way and blindsided us, but we want him to come in this way, so we're going to put some towers in the front there. So we're going to pop a demon mage in the middle. Level him up. Level up some of these guys. And then pretty sure he carries most of the distance, so now it might get a little tight here because we aren't using greed. But maybe we should have upgraded those. I think we're getting there. We do have this guy. Now, I did learn this today. There was a nice person in the stream chat that told me that you can place a hero right in the middle of the track. And this is great because he shoots in a line just like that. So let's level him up so even if we die, you guys can see how he shoots in a line. And it's great for right in the middle. Nice little array of angels going here. Like I said, we haven't actually beaten this yet, so now look how okay, so we didn't really showcase him too much, so let's drop a couple of these. So here we have our lovely tower, and he's pretty expensive. So he's got 12,000 starting, and then he goes up to 25,000 for tier 2, 45,000, 70,000, and then 120,000. I think that is the most expensive tower in the game to this point. I mean, I guess his starting is pretty high too, so let's make sure we're all leveled up here, right? Because we got the monies for it, and we don't want to die. Let's put them back here. I do recommend setting them to last. But we do need to get our Lucifers out. Now, I think we go up to here. Our max heroes are placed. So I think that's pretty good for us. We're going to try it like this first. If not, we'll go back to the drawing board. We do want to put them on last. Just to make sure they're shooting the ones that are in the back so it passes through the most units possible. You can see all this damage across here, and that is all the Skullshot. Are we gonna live? I don't know. It's close. Okay, and now we're on to the main boss, and this is where we died. So he came out over there that time, which is way better for us. So he is gonna stun our AO in the back, but that's not terrible. We should have most guns on him. We might sell some things and put them back here, just because we put our Lucifers too far forward. Oh yeah, they didn't even get to stun us. Easy, easy, easy. So that was nice. He was about to stun there. Nice little 3 skulls for our reward. Our win streak was 0, but we didn't really care about that. We just wanted to show you that, you know, we do have Infernal on our Skullshot, but he is the AoE tower that we needed. Let's head back to the lobby real quick, and then I will I'm glad we beat that because, like I said, we hadn't, and I think it's just a lot of dependent on the RNG of where the boss comes out. But this tower can hang. In the meantime, let's pull up some stuff. All right, so almost the damage of Sage, but can shoot 20 things in a line, and it's not even that his bullet stops at the end of his range. It goes all the way down the line and shoots off the screen. So that's ridiculous. So even if you're just shooting 2 enemies, if there's only 2 enemies in a row that you're shooting, you're already doing almost 40,000, which we know Demon Brawler is a little bit more than that, but there's 3 enemies, which there always is at least 3 enemies, right? So you're doing like 60. This thing is probably the most powerful tower in the game, except for when it comes to killing single targets like bosses and stuff. So I'm going to pull up my tier list by going over here to the Discord. There will be the link in the description for our Discord as well as the house Discord. Great information on both. But if you want to see my tier lists and different tier lists for this game, you just have to go to Gaming with Shade Discord, go down to the house. You can find, I always keep a running list of all of the active codes at the moment. Check those out. Souls 30k was the last one. We are getting very close to the 40k likes code. This is my old tier list. Let's not look at that. Let's pull up. So this is my current tier list. We messed around with some things like adding like an S+ situational meta in the live stream today. But I don't think it's necessary. Just bear with me. Obviously, you can't use, how many towers do we have up here now? 9. Okay. Angel is your overall tower pick. It's just good. It's 2,500 starting cash, and then it has excellent range, high damage, blah, blah, blah. Death Angel is the big brother of that. More expensive comes in for the end game. Now, as we just looked at, that total slot DPS, if you have like at least 3 units, and these harder maps tend to kill you with that, like you need to get Skullshot. I honestly think it's better than Shadow Fiend, who I'm putting back here in the back. Yeah, sorry, bro. You have been replaced. You've got a small range, even considering like you have. I mean, I guess if you don't know which way the things are coming, like he attacks all angles and covers a bit, but still, he just doesn't have that. He doesn't help you out in the long shots. So if you can put him in the front, but then he has a chance to get stunned. And yeah, I mean, he's good, but he's not Skullshot good. Demon Mage, there's no other tower like it. Buffs all your towers. Boom Bear, slightly better than Demon Boy with better range. Plus, you get the upside of damage versus insects, which is good if you're farming Boom Bears or if you're doing spiders. So, I think unless you have Lucifer and you're buffing Demon Boy, there's a whole demon synergy thing here. Lucifer is still hanging on to meta in my opinion, but only really if you're using Demon Brawler, which we were looking at. And it's all tentative right now because we were looking at me and my lineup, and I'm a couple towers short, even in Infinite. So if anybody has a lineup that you particularly like versus what I normally use, which is Angel, Death Angel, now Skullshot, a shiny Demon Mage, and then you kind of have to pick, right? So we're starting to not have the DPS that we need to kill the bosses when they come in too close to us. So really, it depends on if you got a shiny Boom Bear, which is farmable. You know, I'm told. I think I've got like 20 or 30 games in, and I haven't gotten it yet. But I know some people that are 70 games in, and they don't have it yet either. Demon Brawler has the highest slot DPS in the game, as you saw. You know, highest slot single target DPS, I should say now, with Skullshot in the mix. And if you're playing duos or trios, Demon Boy is still better because you need all 8 placements to beat out the single tower DPS the Demon Boy provides. But it's still mostly these things have long range and fast attack meta right now. That's why Lucifer isn't too bad either, because he is basically an angel, a little bit more expensive angel with the 25% bonus damage to demons. Now, I'm just going to throw this out there because we saw this real quick. Sneak peeks. And I know this video isn't about the upcoming thing, but I wanted to throw this out here in case you guys don't have Discord. This is, obviously, you get a sneak peek of new units. This was like an Archangel. This, like, obviously they got 2 different angels, and I hope that angels stay in meta because they are super cool units. You also, obviously see these guys here. But what is this? This is a trading box, and what is this? They're trading things that are beyond urns, because we have been mentioned. They had mentioned to us. Tiny Turtle had told us that they would be urn trading, but this obviously goes well and beyond that. And what's nice is this is a person-to-person trade. This isn't through a marketplace. It doesn't look like you can sell your towers for Robux, which is probably disappointing to some of you. You're not going to get rich off of Robux in this game. But what does that mean? You can't just drop money on this game and win. You need, well, I mean, I guess you could buy the urns or like the Lucifer urns and stuff and get money, but you still have to go through trading with an actual person. You can't just sell it for Robux or buy Robux and then buy someone's towers. So this is really cool, and I think this is the correct way to offer trading in this game. So kudos to you, everybody at Spectral Roblox. I appreciate the dev that stopped by the stream earlier today as well. It was interesting to pick your brain, and hopefully I got to offer some useful suggestions to you guys as well. I will continue to keep an eye on things in the game, and I think that based on the timeline of the new season 1 coming out on the 1st of December, that only leaves next Friday for Floor 7 to come out, because it's supposed to be part of season 0. So we're going to have a live stream next Friday as well with a new floor. Hopefully we can use those 40 skull tokens per infinite victory in the maze to get us some nightmare, or I think we might be in trouble on floor 7. So make sure you stay tuned, stop by to get me see me get my butt kicked, and we will see you then, guys. Shade out.